Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life here with Hunter and Ryan. I'm Briggs. Thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday. First day of February, right?
First day of February. How about that?
Crazy how January flew by this year. Usually that's the longest month for me. I don't know what it is. Usually probably the cold, the long night, or the long periods without the sun.
Yeah.
And it's been gray recently, but you know. January flew by. I don't know what it was this year.
Insane.
Probably because it wasn't so cold.
Yeah, seriously.
We actually could go outside and not question our beings, you know?
Oh my God, it's actually pleasant to be outdoors and living in the Northland.
Right.
Also, February 1st, Billy Joel's single comes out today. So go listen to it right now. After the show, of course. Wait till after we're done, then go and listen to that show.
Put us on pause.
Yes.
Go listen to it and come back.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. I'm excited to hear.
Before you get to listen to that song, we have a lot of fun stuff coming up today. Today we have to provide our input on NBC's new show that's coming up later this month, putting a new spin on a former classic. This is one I'm very interested to see. It looks really cool.
It's got a Survivor kind of theme to it too, so that'll be fun for you. And plus, since today is the first day of February, we need to look at a few Valentine's Day treats that are here. And if you don't have a special someone, we have a few ideas for you as well. So earlier today, Hunter and I, speaking of Valentine's Day, we had the chance to go over to Engwall Flower, kind of by the mall here in Duluth, and we got to work with Allison there. Cool. And we were putting together a few flower arrangements. And so we're going to end up having that full story coming up on February 12th. But to make sure that you can see our fruits of our labor before, we're not the best at keeping these plants alive. We wanted to show it off to you on our desk first.
So pretty.
And so I believe this is the one that I created, Hunter.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
So I made this one, and then Hunter also made another one, and then Allison made one as well that we ended up gifting to somebody that we care about.
Yeah,
so
I think they all turned out pretty great, actually, We learned a lot.
Impressed.
We learned a lot about like the names of the flowers, and you'll see in the package.
Yeah,
we did not
know the names of many flowers, which was a tough look. But we're learning. We're learning. That's what the part of this show is too. We're learning about flowers, learning about life.
Do you guys remember what this big pink one is called? It's so pretty.
The lily.
That's
we remember
the lily.
this is the lily. There's a wax one. There's a eucalyptus in here. So
that must be why it smells so good. It smells very good.
Instantly, the second he brought it in, that smells amazing. So, and that flower shop, the whole thing just smells like that, and it's the best thing ever. Oh my gosh.
Certainly a wonderful time. Like I said, you can find that full story coming up in the week of Valentine's Day on February 12th.
Cool. Probably still plenty of time to order one of these too.
Yep. Go in there too. Check it out.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we've been very fortunate to get a lot of food and deliveries from our viewers and friends lately. That includes our friends over at Duluth's Best Bread, who we visited not too long ago on the show. We wanted to say a big thank you to them because they sent us some delicious pretzels and croissants. They're also having their big fat German pretzel fest this Saturday at Ursa Minor. I read up on some of the fun that's going to be happening at that event. There's a no hand pretzel eating contest, so you can't use your hands. Yeah. And then you can make like stuff out of the pretzel dough, kind of like Play-Doh. Yeah, it sounds like a really fun thing. And they also worked up with Duluth's Best Bread to brew a special German beer.
That sounds phenomenal. My gosh.
I mean, hot pretzels, especially if you got like that cheese on the side too, always so unbelievably good.
I'm a little hurt. I didn't know we had that delivered to the station. I haven't been able to try it yet.
I know. It was later yesterday or the other afternoon.
Dang
it went quickly.
I bet it did.
They dropped it right off. What do you guys think about mustard on pretzels, by the way? I love it, but people always rip me for that.
Really?
Yeah, they think it's weird.
I prefer cheese, but I love mustard with a pretzel too. I'll alternate.
Is it normal mustard? Because I know some people like that Dijon.
I like just the regular, the yellow mustard.
I'm not a big Dijon guy.
Okay, I like them both.
Like a brown seed mustard.
Sure. Now, that's spicy, right? Dijon is supposed to be a little bit more spicier.
I think so.
Kind of like Grey Poupon.
Yeah,
mustard as well.
Sure. I like it all.
Mustard.
We're quite fancy here on Northern Live Dijon. Well, we meant to get to this earlier this week, but Hunter, you and the rest of the meteorology team got to welcome in the fine folks from the National Weather Service. They were up here in our area, in our studio, looks like.
It was this is literally just right over there. This picture was taken, but they wanted to come tour the station. It's been a while since they've been in here, so we welcomed them with open arms. It was
Hunter
a lot
disappears.
of fun. I'm in the shot with my huge head. But it was a lot of fun getting to talk with them and kind of, again, strengthen our relationship because we all rely on each other when it comes to the weather and when it comes to reporting the weather. And it's very nice to keep that relationship nice and strong. And huge thank you to those folks for coming down here and hanging out with us for a little bit. They watch the noon show. Cool. They're going to be watching the 4 o'clock tonight, I believe. So they're actually coming back as well.
Wow.
So yeah, super, super cool.
Did you guys get to like nerd out together about weather stuff and talk some in-depth
Yes, we talked shop. We had we kept pushing our glasses up. We were quite the nerds when that all happened.
Kept talking about vorticity and all sorts of other fun terms.
Yeah, meteograms, anything that we could come to our minds, and it was just a blast the whole time. So they were there for about an hour and a half, again, nerding out. It was so much fun with those folks.
Well, speaking of the lack of snow and the weather and cold so far this season, we're losing our bragging rights around the country maybe. The Star Tribune has come out with an article saying we don't deserve a t-shirt for making it through this wimpy winter.
Don't deserve much, yeah.
Fair enough. If you just moved to Minnesota, there are a few experiences you still need to endure in order to say that you are a real Minnesotan and you've actually made it through a real winter here. That includes going out during the day to run your car. I've still been doing that.
Yeah.
Really?
I've been starting it throughout the day,
too.
at least during that one cold stretch we had.
We bought it. We should use it,
I agree, yeah. Nothing like a warm seat getting into your car.
Yes.
Also, not having anywhere else to put your shoveled snow, that's always difficult to deal with.
Gosh.
And complaining about the snow, too.
Yeah. I miss complaining. Yeah.
It's fun to complain when there's, it's fun. But anyway, we had a winter last year you think should make up for winter this year, not being, so I think it's okay. We can say we made it through winter.
You deserve a break.
Exactly.
Coming up, we have some sweets, events, and payback ideas for Valentine's Day.
Welcome back. It is February and Valentine's Day is almost here, and spending is expected to hit a record this year again. According to the National Retail Federation, Valentine's Day spending is expected to reach a record $14.2 billion.
Wow.
The average couple spending about $180 each on or leading up to that special day.
Wow, I guess that's justified. That makes sense.
$360 combined. I feel like dinner, probably the good $100 right there.
Sure.
If not more. Jewelry, maybe something like that, at least $50 to $100.
Yeah.
Roses. Roses aren't exactly, inexpensive.
No.
Candy can even get up there, too. Chocolates.
Yeah. Candy. So
$180 might be cheap, actually, if you think about it.
might be getting a steal here.
Yeah.
The credit card line is going to be hurting for a little bit.
Yes.
I know. We don't really do too much for Valentine's Day, my husband and I. It just feels kind of like you should appreciate each other all the time.
Yeah, every
we don't
day is
need a
Valentine's
special day for that.
Yeah.
We don't really do gifts for that reason. Because of the $180 reason, we're like, we would rather save that.
Yeah. I feel like a little experience, by the way.
Yeah.
But as you go on in relationships and stuff, and especially if you're married, I'm sure as you go deeper into that, it's less, like you said, kind of about the gifts and more so about spending time. And of course, a couple gifts of chocolate here and there, or flowers or whatever, but definitely more about the time.
Or just doing someone a favor, you know, like going out of your way to just do some extra chore that maybe you don't do. That's always nice
or
too.
put the money towards your dogs or something.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Or your coworkers.
Hey, Bridge.
Perfect, yeah. Can do, yeah. If you're a dessert fan, Dairy Queen is celebrating the season of love by bringing back 2 red and pink desserts for Valentine's Day. The Red Velvet Cake Blizzard Treats and the Red Velvet Cake Blizzard Cupid Cake have both returned to DQ's menu for a limited time. I don't like hearing that because we do have a DQ steps away from this building.
Just there today, as a matter of fact. Yes.
Here's what I didn't notice too. Sadly, we're gonna have to go through this cake quickly. But Seth, you could pull that video back up. I don't know if this is the case when it comes to Dairy Queen, but the Blizzard cup, when you get the Blizzard cup, is it actually the writing on the cup upside down so that way it says Blizzard when you hold it upside down?
That's not true.
I mean, look at it right there. It says it like that.
No way.
I've never even noticed that.
Me neither.
The marketing genius behind that.
I feel like it might just be the case for that image. I'm not sure about real life, so it sounds like after the show today, we're going to have to go get one. And
I'll go.
For science.
For science purposes. I'll go twice in one day. I don't care.
For research,
Hot take, though. Do you guys like red velvet? I'm not a big red velvet guy, to be honest with you.
How could you not like red velvet?
It's just the texture's weird. It's all like velvet. You shouldn't be eating velvet, Cake.
Cake itself has a weird.
It kind of has a velvety feel to it.
Some people don't like cupcakes cupcakes for like the texture of it, I know.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I'm not sure about the whole red velvet thing.
Yeah, interesting. Huh? Well, there we go. The more you know.
There are other flavors I like better.
Yeah. There we go.
Meanwhile, Starbucks is introducing a flurry of festive, romantic new beverages. And depending on where you live, there are 8 Love at First Sip beverages available for a limited time. Items include a chocolate hazelnut cookie cold brew. That sounds really good. Ooh. And a chocolate-covered strawberry cream frappuccino, too.
That one on the left, is that the first one that you were talking about?
That's the frappuccino.
That looks amazing.
And I know on the article, too, this image right here, they said only in China they're having pink foam on some of their drinks.
Wow.
For
How do they do that?
Valentine's Day purposes. I'm not sure.
Probably food coloring?
Yeah, I was going to say food coloring,
That's a lot of science.
More science stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not have enough experience to talk about or expertise to talk about. Well, for the first time ever, White Castle is offering their sliders in a special Valentine's Day themed meal kit, allowing you to turn your home into a love castle. For $49, the kit includes the ingredients to make 12 sliders. And for a White Castle in the Bronx, New York, you can get married at their location too. So this couple told the Bronx Times online that they continue to celebrate their anniversary. They got married there years back. They continue to go back to White Castle every year, celebrating their anniversary with their now children.
You know what? It's unique. I bet you nobody else has really done that before.
Mom, Dad, why do we always go to White Castle on this day every year? Well, little Johnny.
I'm sick of this.
Yeah. Why do I always have indigestion for 5 days after Valentine's Day?
I feel like that's a gift Adam Lorch would get for his wife. They love White Castle, or at least Adam does. Okay. Adam does, yeah. I don't know about his wife for sure, but that would be nice.
Sure. Well, sadly, Adam's already married, so maybe he can renew his vows at White Castle.
There we go. The Valentine's box of the burgers, anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the next wife.
Yeah. I'm sure Cosmo probably appreciates maybe some sliders hitting the ground too.
There we go.
Oh, well, Valentine's Day isn't always about sunshine and rainbows, as you may also be thinking. About wanting to get back at someone who you recently broke up with, or maybe they broke up with you. To help, a few Connecticut animal shelters say they'll write the name of your special person, in air quotes, on the bottom of a litter box, and then their cats will take care of the rest. I think you'll know what they're gonna do.
Oh my goodness.
Sure.
Other zoos and shelters have similar ideas, including in St. Louis, where an aquarium will name a bug after your ex, and you can watch it get eaten.
Wow, oh my gosh.
Look at that vicious-looking cat right there. He wants to go to the bathroom in that box with your ex's name on it. He's ready to go.
Cat's trying to help you out. Cat's trying to help the cause. He's like, if you give me that $5, I'll pocket it and do it for you.
Good kitty.
Good kitty. Good job. Hey, well, still ahead, NBC is bringing back an all-time favorite with a twist.
Welcome back, folks. Before we get to more stories, we had to share more viewer comments we recently received. And let's start off with David, who said, the Northern Life broadcast team is the quintessential example of Minnesota nice. That's sweet.
How about that?
Yeah. Cool. Oh my gosh. And then we had Linda, who commented, pretty soon you'll be on national TV. Can you imagine if we were on national TV?
I mean,
Does the nation want that?
Yeah. Well,
the nation want
funny enough, we have already been on national TV. It was for the John Oliver, and I was in a Teletubby suit, so that was probably maybe my first time on national TV.
That's the debut.
Yeah.
We had a fun time.
Exactly.
We'd have to change the name of the show to like Nation Life.
And then we have no idea what we're talking about.
Sounds like nationwide.
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 Oh yeah, we might be getting a lawsuit coming our way.
No, it's tough.
So coming up later this month on NBC, speaking of national TV, on Northern News Now, we're going to be airing a new show called Deal or No Deal. It's back, you might remember it, but now it's taking place on an island. Some of reality television's most famous people will be competing, and the series premieres February 26th on NBC and then moves into its regular time slot on March 4th. So in the new version of the show, cases filled with more than $200 million in cash are hidden across the island. And in each episode, then players will compete in challenges with the hopes of later playing in a round of Deal or No Deal. So yes, this does seem like a little Survivor-ish.
Sure.
combined with Deal or No Deal, and those have been two of my favorite, reality network
Did you like
shows.
Deal or No Deal back in the day?
Did. Oh yeah, I always played along with that at home. Did you guys watch?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
But here's the thing: it's sad that Howie Mandel will not be hosting it.
True.
I mean, he was the guy.
Yeah.
When you saw Howie Mandel do the deal, pause. Or no deal.
It's the coolest thing
That was the
ever.
coolest line. Yeah. But now, if you ever go to the arcade too, sometimes they have the Deal or No Deal game at the arcade, and you got to keep track of the case and see which way it goes to pick which one with the most tickets. Oh, Deal or No Deal, great game.
$100 million though.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money because wasn't the biggest case was like just $1 million, right?
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
just $1 million.
Yeah.
It's just $1 million.
Nothing,
just a
pocket
give or
change.
take. Yeah.
Chump change on the side.
But combining also with Survivor, I know it's kind of a lot of DEF list celebrities on that show, which, it's still going to be great. But
Is that what it's celebrities on the show?
I think it's like reality celebrities and things like this. So like your guy, what's his name? Celebrity Rob, or what's his name?
Boston Rob.
Boston
from
Rob.
Survivor. My guy. Boston Rob. My guy.
Celebrity Rob.
He's famous from Survivor, right? So you probably watched him a few times.
I have, yep. He's been on a number of seasons, so this does fit kind of his vibe. He could do well because he knows the Survivor world.
Okay.
And also is kind of sneaky with the money because they're always kind of scheming on that show. Survivor.
It's kind of scheming. I also want to point out that Hunter said D, E, and F celebrities. I don't think E's a grade.
No, it isn't. That's true. Again, cheating back in high school left me with little knowledge when it comes to the real world.
That's too bad. Well, hey, we have a new show to look forward to, which is awesome. And for theme park fans out there, Universal Orlando Resort is revealing the first official details of its new spot in Florida called Universal Epic Universe. It will feature 5 new worlds, 3 of those including Super Nintendo World, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and another world based on How to Train Your Dragon. The Epic Universe is expected to open sometime next year.
So you can actually visit that? That's a thing, or it's like a virtual reality thing. I wasn't listening to the first part.
I think you can visit it, right?
You can visit?
Yeah, Hunter, you have to go to Florida just to put on the VR headset.
That would suck.
It's going to save them. It's going to save Universal all sorts of money.
Wow. Yeah,
I
good.
thought Harry Potter World was already a thing.
It is, but I think they're branching off into a different ministry world.
Got it.
Makes
The Mario one sounds cool.
Yeah.
Coming up, we'll show you what's coming up on Friday's show.
Welcome back, folks. Coming up tomorrow here on Northern Life, the NFL is getting ready for Pro Bowl this weekend, and that includes great news for Duluth. The new addition of C.J. Ham, Duluth native, to the festivities. We'll also be taking a look at a few Super Bowl commercials that are now out early to the public, and I've seen a few of those commercials, not the ones that are out already, but some that have been teasing to something more to come. There's that State Farm commercial, I believe, that's teasing Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's possibly going to be coming up here probably February 12th or whatever day the Super Bowl is. So
11th, yeah.
11th, is it the 11th?
Yep, I think so.
So
I
always
saw
fun.
a funny Oreo one that's kind of a piece of it has been teased, has Kris Jenner in it. And I guess Oreos hasn't had a Super Bowl commercial in like 11 years.
Oh my
They were
gosh.
saying. So I don't know why this year was the year for Oreo.
Yeah,
but it actually
weird.
looked like a funny commercial.
I mean, my goodness, I think any of us would have to go on a Deal or No Deal island and try to win in order to get a Super Bowl commercial because they're spendy now.
It is quite expensive, my gosh. But your camp, the Doritos commercials are always the best too. So
Do love a good Doritos commercial, and I mean, you can't beat the what do you call them, the Clydesdales, the Budweiser
Yes.
horses.
Classic.
Every time you see those, you go, okay,
Yep.
I'm here on Super Bowl Sunday, ready to eat and ready to enjoy some good football.
one of the best days of the year.
A mainstay. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern